Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with the timeless reading. Seeing the Ten of Pentacles wanting to come out. There can be a focus on your finances. There can be a focus on a particular goal. There can be a focus on like your stability in general. Like wanting to feel like things are grounded even. We're starting off with the Three of Swords. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I feel like thought they were done cutting the grass, may not be. Okay, so what I'm getting is that it looks like a breakup or something like that just happened, or it doesn't have to be a breakup. It can be something that was going on that maybe like you didn't want it to end, but it needed to, or it did for some reason. I'm seeing that be what's going on here. So you could still be in your feelings about this. There's a part of you that's like, man, I gotta let this go. But like maybe you're not at that spot yet. And also, why rush? It looks like something else that you want is coming to the table. Maybe that's why you're thinking about like not needing to hold on to this anymore. You could also be looking for like the lesson or the truth within it. Not everybody likes to take that perspective on. But for those of you that you're like, why did this happen? Like, what was the point of this? Trying to find answers for some of you. I feel like you're getting to a point where whatever it was that you needed from this experience, and also like the passion and the pain from that, I'm seeing this sort of be mental clarity about this achieved is what it seems like. And it looks too like you may be understanding as well why you had been holding on to it. I feel like we hold on to pain and we don't integrate it because we need to, there's like something that we need to wrap our heads around or realize. I feel like you're having that moment here and you're like, oh, that's why I kept holding on to it still. Like, that's why I couldn't let this go. But what I'm getting is that something that may be worth it to you, it's like you're holding on to this thing and something else is coming through now, and it may be wanted enough for you to be like, I can let this go so I can open my hands to the next thing. I'm seeing this. Keeping that broken heart all to yourself. I'm seeing you not tell a soul about this. The High Priestess here. Like, people may not know that you didn't let this go still and that you are still holding on to it. That you still feel a way. But I'm getting that there's also like immense wisdom to be gained from this that has been meant to realize, like having the Three of Swords and having the High Priestess, this can be a painful situation that really teaches us to listen to our intuition and to trust ourselves, and that we do know what's going on, and that we have the capacity to give ourselves the best advice out of anybody, and that we are tuned in, and that it's not just in our head, you know, stuff like that. But for some of us, it takes a more severe situation where it's like, your intuition is strong, pay attention to it. And I'm seeing like, it feels like something about your connection with yourself and what you're tuned into, what you can tap into, and your abilities was clarified by this situation, even though I'm not seeing, like, this wasn't necessarily a fun thing to go through. But it connected you with your moon energy. And now that you know that, it looks like there's something to do here. I'm seeing a choice. Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. You could be deciding between two things, what you feel like is going to be like more aligned for you and more worth it for you. But I'm seeing this be like you're not sharing this with everybody. This looks like a very private process. Like nobody may know that you're sort of tossing this up. Oh, see you come out as the Queen of Cups. Looks like even though this is a practical choice, emotions are definitely involved in this, and that may be something that you're considering as well, like what's going to be also emotionally worth it to you. Because I'm seeing you be like wanting to lean in the direction of the thing where it's going to sort of meet your standards. Seeing that be sort of like the filter that you're looking at this through, especially emotionally. Like if I put in this, like I'm expecting this, that sort of stuff. If I'm giving this part of myself, especially because the Queen of Cups is a very vulnerable part of ourselves where we like put ourselves out there, and it's a sensitive part of ourselves, and it's something that we can really identify with too. And so this is on a deeper energetic level, you trying to make a decision that you feel like will align with your especially emotional values, energetic values. Because I get this vibe like you know what to do, you know what makes you happy, and you know how to move in that direction. Like I'm seeing you definitely can access that part within you that knows when it feels full in a good way emotionally, like very connected and very alive. And maybe you're going to make up your mind about something here, because it looks like you're about to express that to somebody, is what I'm seeing emotionally. But this would be something that you've been keeping to yourself before. This can also be, okay, so we're starting off with something that may have still been like a bit painful to go back into. And so you may be sharing that with somebody. I feel like this is a heart-to-heart that you're going to be having with somebody. And also, like, it's not only the pain, it's also like what feels like ideals emotionally to you and what brings you joy and what brings you happiness. And I'm seeing this be like something that you're going to be sharing with another person. And it's also about your expectation. It's like putting everything on the table and being like, this is where I stand, this is how I feel, I really want to be clear and communicate this with you. Like super, super transparent communication. Because I am seeing that, like, based off of what you've been through before, there could have been something going on where you maybe were like, should I keep this to myself? Should I not say anything? Like, am I ready? What if I get burned again? That sort of thing. But I'm getting that in this situation, you're being guided to just be as open as possible. Okay, for some reason this is coming through. I usually record the readings ahead of time. This reading is probably not going to be posted until like 23rd, 24th, but today is the 20th of November. It's noon. So just, I don't know why that's coming through in case this ends up being relevant for some reason. But anyway, back to what I'm seeing here. What I get is that you're like very cautious with who you sort of like expose your emotions to, because like you've been through stuff before for sure. You may have recently been through something that felt a little like slightly traumatizing or like it was painful, because that's what we're starting off with. And I'm seeing you definitely be like, I'm not trying to make myself vulnerable just to happen again. I want to be making smart moves, but I'm getting actually the thing to do here would be to share. Like I'm getting you being in like a safe setting to be doing that. And it was like, do I let them know about this? Do I not let them know about this? But I'm seeing it all be relevant, especially too, because you're not just like trauma dumping on somebody else. I'm seeing this more be like you're giving somebody maybe background information about like where you're coming from and why you're sort of in the energetic state that you're in currently, and also like what makes you happy and what your ideals are. So it's not just like a bunch of negative stuff, even though if you're communicating with somebody, why avoid that anyway? I feel like if somebody's really with you and holding space, they're not going to be like positive vibes only and like try to make you bypass that. It's somebody that's going to be in an unconditional space with you, like whether it's good or it's bad or it's yes or it's no or it's whatever. Like they're going to be able to sit with you and hold space if they're in that space, to be with you within that. So yeah, I'm not just going to be like one side of things. This is going to be a vulnerable moment of sharing that seems like it's going to allow this person to see behind like a veil that's currently there, we can say. Because I am definitely seeing something that you've kept to yourself. But making the decision to clarify this, it seems like it's also going to help you release it. You know, also sometimes too, we hold on to something and don't share about it because we get to like keep it our little secret. So even if it's a painful thing that we're holding on to, it's still like our pain and ours to have. And we're like not ready to share that with another person and have it worked out because sometimes we're not ready to release it. I'm seeing this would be the choice of if you're ready to potentially release it and like bring this person in or these people, because some of you have a platform, and connect them with this thing that you're going through. It's going to allow it to dissipate now. So this is you being like, yeah, this isn't something that I want to still cling to. It's something that I want to release. So that's really the choice that's being made here for you. And I get to like putting everything out on the table, especially like having Six of Pentacles and having the Knight of Cups. This is being like, these are my expectations, like this is what I want. It's like communicating how you sort of want the dynamic and the flow to go and what feels acceptable to you and what's also non-negotiable to you as well. So I get that you were looking for advice, and this is what's being suggested would be helpful. Wearing your heart on your sleeve and being vulnerable. Yeah. And the only thing that I'm seeing here, zodiac-wise, is the moon. Zodiac and planet-wise, placement-wise, is the moon. So this is about vulnerability and your emotions and communicating about them. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.